Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm super excited because of course I'm going to be reviewing more products for you guys. I have the new Jaclyn Hill blush products. We have also the Chanel bronzing beige cream bronzer, whatever it's called. I also have some Iredale products, the new primer, illuminating primer, the spray. I have a lipstick here and the Refy brow product and the Guerlain bronzer. So of course we're going to create this whole entire look using all those products. At the end of the video, I'm going to share with you guys how I feel about everything, whether I recommend or not. And with that being said, let's just jump right into today's video. Alrighty, my loves, let's get started. I'm going to start off with the Jouer. This is the lip oil. Super, super nice. And hydrating. And let's start off with brows. So in my previous video, I told you guys I was going to use the Refy brow sculpt. So this is for that brow soap type of a look. And I did my brows 2 days ago just to make sure that they were not looking crazy like my last video. And we're just gonna go in. So I'm gonna show you guys what I mean with the white cast. So I'm applying a very small amount because last time I applied too much. Maybe that's why I was getting the white cast. So we're gonna see. Doing the same thing on the other brow. I'm just going back in because I want to see what happens when you layer. Because I usually like my brows even more laid. So I'm just trying to see what it's giving. That's what I'm talking about right there. So I'm going to prep my skin using the Iredale. This is the Illuminating Glow Primer. This is their new primer. And I showed you guys this primer in my previous video. It has a nice like golden type of sheen to it. So it adds that nice radiant type of glow from within without being too intense or too shimmery. And it just looks beautiful underneath makeup or like on its own if you want to wear it on its own. It's really lightweight and hydrating. Now I'm going to go in with their D2O hydrating spray real quick. For foundation, I'm going to mix the Le Beige by Chanel in the shade BD71 with the Rare Beauty foundation in the shade 380W. Alright, you guys, so finally I'm gonna be able to use the Chanel Le Beige, what's it called? The Healthy Glow Cream Bronzing Cream. And for those of you who haven't seen it, that's what it looks like. I'm gonna swatch it first because I want to feel the texture. It's definitely very creamy, it's lightweight, and that shade is looking gorgeous. So has a warm undertone to it, but it's not like orange or anything, so it's almost like a neutral warm. So I'm gonna grab my Patrick Talc brush. I'm gonna dip this in. I'm gonna remove some on the back of my hand just to see because I'm not sure how pigmented this is. It is so bronzy. I love it. I don't know if you guys can see how bronzy it is. And it has a glow to it. This is definitely different from the original formula because the original formula had more of a matte finish. This is definitely more glowy, which I prefer. I know most people like a matte finish, but I have dry skin, so matte is not the vibe for me. And this is perfect. So bronzy and pretty. Let's move on to concealer. I don't know if you guys can see the glow that the bronzer gives. It's beautiful. So this is the GIORGIO Armani Power Fabric in the shade I forgot, 7.75. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill. This is the Royal Flush Cream to Powder Blush Stick. So I'm going to swatch it in the back of my hand for you guys. It is super intense, very pigmented. I don't usually go for these type of tones, but the one that I wanted was sold out, which was the peachy one. I know everybody grabbed it. So, but you guys, I, was playing with it yesterday, and the formula is definitely different. It feels, I don't know, like this moussey, just soft velvet type of finish. It's just very different. I'm using the Sephora number 55 brush to apply this on the apples of my cheeks. It's definitely pigmented, which I really, really like. But it's also not like too much to the point where I look like a clown, So this on a deeper complexion will show up perfectly fine because I am pretty much just kind of rubbing it off as I go. And it's still giving me a lot of color payoff. So you guys already know the drill. Airbrush powder by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade medium with this MAC brush E240 to set my concealer. I'm gonna grab my KOSAS powder, the Cloud Set, in the shade Pillowy, and this is just a Real Techniques setting brush, just very lightly. Fix Plus. Alright, you guys, I'm loving the look. So now I'm going to use a powder bronzer, and this is the Guerlain Terracotta number 05 Deep Warm Bronzer. Finally, I got my hands on it, you guys. I forgot to include it in my last video when I showed you everything that I purchased in the haul. And this bronzer is just so gorgeous. Will it focus? It is just so, so nice. I'm going to apply this with my MAC 140 brush. That blush by Jaclyn, wow. Like, it's still showing through the powder. Usually with other blushes that I use, after I use a powder to set, they kind of fade away. You don't really see them. This is amazing. For a subtle highlight, because I don't want to use a powder highlight, I'm going to use the Jane Iredale Glow Time highlighter stick in the shade Eclipse. And I'm just going to use my MAC 159 brush in case you're wondering what it looks like. That is it right there. It's golden, it's nice, it's intense, but lightweight at the same time. Sure you guys can see. Apply a little bit on my brow bone. Alright, so now for powder blush, this is the Jaclyn Luminous Rouge blush in the shade LOML, which oh yeah, she said it's love of my life. I was gonna say I forgot what it stands for. Listen, the packaging on this, Stunning, like, okay. And I haven't opened it, so of course it has that little plastic. I'm gonna just flip it upside down and see what it's given. So that's how much I got. This is my MAC 137. And let's see how pigmented this is. Oh, she's pigmented. This color is me, like, it's so me. I love orange. Orange is just the best color ever. Wow. I'm just using the real what's it called? The real magnet mascara by Benefit. Jeez. I'm gonna use Hodgepodge by MAC to line my lips. I'm gonna go in with the Jane Iredale. This is the lipstick in the shade Ellen, the one that I showed you guys in my previous video. Stunning. Alrighty, you guys, so I'm gonna spray my face again with the D2O Hydrating Spray by Jane Iredale. Alrighty, my loves, so this is the completed look and I am obsessed. This is like my summertime look, my go-to summertime look. Pop of color, bronzy, glowy skin. It's just classy and effortless and I just freaking love it. So we're gonna get into my overall thoughts on all the new products I tried today, starting off with the Refy brow product. If you guys watched my previous video, I mentioned that this didn't work out for me the way that I expected to, just because it gave me a white cast and it didn't really give me that hold that I was looking for. But today I tried it differently and I used less product. And the hold is there, my brows look amazing, and I don't see any residue, I don't see any white cast. So I feel like this product, you have to learn to play with it because it's kind of tricky. I thought that because I have very thick brows, I need a lot of product, but it's the complete opposite. The less you use, the better hold you're going to get and the better your brows are going to look. I personally think that you have to play with this. You have to play with it to know the right consistency for your type of brows. If you guys hear snoring in the background, I'm sorry, my husband's sleeping. He's in the living room and it's currently 10:45 p.m. I usually don't film at night. But I have so many videos that I have to film for you guys, so I just had to get this out of the way today. So I apologize if you guys hear the snoring. But yeah, I do like it. I'm going to continue to play with it. I'm not going to return it. I thought I was going to return it, but I'm not going to return it because I actually love the way my brow looks. And I use a very small amount to get this look. Usually with the brow freeze from ABH or other products, I feel like I have to apply more to get that hold that I like, and my brows aren't in place. So I'm going to continue to play with it and I'll update you guys in the future, but I do recommend, but just know that you have to get the right consistency depending on your brows and the type of look that you're going for. Moving on, we have the Jane Iredale Smoothing Affair Illuminating Glow Primer, and I really like the primer just because it's very hydrating. It gives that soft golden sheen to it, so it's great underneath makeup or wearing it on its own. And I just love the fact that it does not emphasize texture or pores on the skin. Usually primers that have a golden sheen or some sort of sheen to it tend to like make your pores look larger because of the shimmer or the glitter, but there's no shimmer or glitter in here. And as you guys can see, the glow, it's not super intense. And once it absorbs into the skin, it just looks radiant without like looking like a glazed donut. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people don't like that wet look. So I feel like this will work on like normal, dry, combo skin. And even if you have oily skin, I feel like it'll work fine because it's not super, super intense. You guys can see the difference between both hands. This just adds that soft, radiant glow without looking too much. The lipstick from Iredale, again, this one's in the shade Ellen. This shade right here is just everything. It's just like a perfect coral shade for spring, for summer, for any time of the year, to be honest. And I like the fact that it doesn't feel like I'm applying lipstick. It's very creamy. It kind of has that finish where it looks like I applied a gloss on top. And it's not sticky or anything. It's super smooth. I love, love, love the formula of the lipstick. And I feel like this is great for those of you who are looking for a pop of color, but not too intense. You know what I mean? So absolutely love, love, love the shade. Moving on, we have the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer. The packaging is just outstanding, but the formula itself, I know this bronzer is pretty pricey, but I'm so impressed. Now I understand the hype behind it. Because I've been wanting this bronzer for years, you know what I mean? Since like 2012, people have been raving about this, and I just didn't feel like it was necessary for me to get it, but it's so pigmented, you guys, and it blends super effortlessly on the skin, and I just love the glow that it gives, again, without the shimmer, you know what I mean? Like, it's a really nice golden bronzy bronzer. It's just gorgeous, and I recommend if you want to splurge, it's definitely worth the hype. Moving on to the where did I put it, the Chanel bronzer. Listen, I'm telling you guys right now, this is everything I was hoping for. This is everything I've ever wanted in a cream bronzer. The packaging is just so like classic Chanel, and listen, the formula, I am obsessed. I'm impressed. The shade is perfection for my skin tone. It's not too deep, but it's also not too light. You know what I mean? So I'm able to get that bronzy, you know, like golden finish. This shade is definitely not a contour shade. There's nothing cool tone about it. It's definitely warm, but not orange. And as you guys can see against my complexion, it's not like it's too deep, you know? Like, I feel like when I look at this, this is like an NC50 from MAC. When I'm looking at that shade, that's like an NC50, 55. So this is not gonna work on somebody that's NC50. You know what I mean? I'm just letting you guys know. I'm keeping it real. I don't think it's deep enough whatsoever. So I want to do a separate video swatching and comparing all of my cream bronzers from all of the brands that, you know, I have in my makeup collection. But that video is gonna be too long, so I want to make that separate. But real quick, this is the Cheeks Out by Fenty in the shade, I forgot what's Teddy. So you guys can see the difference. So this is Teddy, and Teddy is more golden for sure. So if you have Teddy by, what's it called? Fenty Beauty, you don't necessarily need to splurge on this. The Fenty Beauty bronzer is incredible. The formula is one of my favorites as well. Definitely top 3 in terms of cream bronzers in my opinion. But again, the Fenty one is more golden, as you guys can see. This one's a little bit more neutral compared to the Fenty one. In terms of the finish, the Fenty one is definitely more glowy for sure. I feel like this is giving me radiance, but not like with that wetness that the Fenty one gives. And then I also have here the Patrick Top, the She's Chiseled, the one that he recently came out with. So you guys can see, show you guys, this one's a little bit deeper. And I'm gonna put this right up here. So as you guys can see, even the Patrick Top is a lot deeper than the Chanel one. So that will tell you that this is not going to work on somebody with an NC50 complexion at all. Like, it's not happening. And I almost forgot, the application is flawless. It's effortless. It doesn't look muddy. Like, I applied it with a brush and it just glide on like butter. So I really, really like that. I do want to mention, I think this has coconut. Is it coconut butter? Or shea butter or something like that. I can't remember. Hold on, let me see. Coconut oil. This has coconut oil. So if you are allergic to that or your face reacts to that, If you have very oily skin, I don't know how this is going to work out for you, so just keep that in mind. So that's why I'm telling you there's so many other options in terms of cream bronzers. This is just like something that I've been wanting for years, so I just had to get it. But don't feel obligated to get it, you guys. There's so many other cream bronzers out there that are amazing as well. So the last two products I want to talk about are from Jaclyn Hill, and you guys, I was not expecting to purchase anything from her ever, because nothing against her. I think she's an amazing person. I don't know her personally, but you know, I'm not gonna sit here. I never wanted to bash her or anything, but it's just, I'm not a Morphe fan. I've never been a Morphe fan. I really don't trust that brand. And I know she's been working with them, so I was iffy about purchasing her product because I was not sure if she was still working with them. I don't know. But when she came out with blushes, she really got me, because blush, bronzers, and glowy products are like my weakness when it comes to makeup. So when I saw her video, when I saw the swatches, I was like, you got me, you got me, you got me. So first up, the stick, the formula itself, it's different. It's definitely something that I will say is different, because when you apply it, it feels very creamy, very soft. But then once you rub it out with your finger, it almost feels like cotton candy. Like it just, I don't know, it evaporates. It's the weirdest thing, but you get all the color payoff in the world. Like it's insane. I was shocked after setting it with the powder that I could still see the blush through the powder. Because again, like I mentioned earlier, usually when I use other cream blushes, because they're so glowy, the powder absorbs it, so I lose the color payoff, and then I have to go in with more blush, like way more blush. And this will work on a deeper complexion, no problem. Like this is amazing. I hope she actually comes out with more shades, because this is worth every penny in my opinion. And if you like blush, if you like cream blushes, I highly recommend. Not only that, but the finish on this, as you guys can see, is not shimmery, it's not glowy, it's not dewy. Therefore, for those of you who like a matte finish, or if you have a very oily skin type, it's perfect, because it's gonna give you I would say this is kind of like a, it's not completely matte. This gives me kind of like a velvety, soft, matte finish with a radiant type of glow in there, because it's not completely matte, which I absolutely love. So it's great for dry skin, but it's also great for oily skin. It's just amazing. She outdid herself with this blush stick. And I need oranges in this right here, Miss Jaclyn, because I am obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. This right here though, the love of my life, you guys. If you have a deeper complexion, if you have a lighter complexion, I don't care. It's so beautiful. The formula is amazing, amazing, amazing. It's fluffy but pigmented. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit more. It's kind of like this terracotta orangey shade. And it's so pigmented. I was not expecting that. It's beautiful. It's like the perfect peachy tone. And I feel like this, even as an eyeshadow all over, it's outrageous. Like this shade right here is like me right here. This is me right here. That peachy orangey shade, amazing, amazing. Like I want this shade in the stick form, like ASAP. I'm impressed. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I am so impressed with Jaclyn. Congratulations to you, and keep it up, because this is fire. This is where it's at right here. So this is it, you guys. I have so many other products that I'm going to be reviewing you know, soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check the description box below for all the product information. Follow your girl on Instagram at simplydianaj, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, beauties.